actually received my first written letter from my son in the mail, and it was really amazing to get that letter and see his handwriting. And he was focused on making sure that I had a list of all the people that were important to him to send a link to Sandbox to. Apparently in his unit in Fort Leonard Wood, or per his drill sergeant, that is what they prefer. But I've read other things where some drill sergeants have recommended that they not use Sandbox because they've received spam. So I think it's important for your soldier in training to check with their drill sergeant on what they prefer. But anyhow, he has not received the mail that I sent to him through the actual mail system. And what he has shared with me is that got to him really fast, as I said in the last video. Putting that aside, I'm starting to really study what they go through. And in week 1, they go through reception. And in reception, what they're teaching our soldiers in training is discipline. They're teaching them to follow instructions. They're teaching them to work together as a team and really understand the creed of the Army and how they're expected to act as a unit. And what I have correlated to that as I've gone through the Facebook pages is that this is where some of the soldiers are getting a little bit antsy or expressing to their parents that they want to give up or they want to come home. So they are feeling a little bit impatient. It feels like, at least in terms of what I am reading. And I think that's just, it seems to be natural, a feeling that seems natural for some of the soldiers in training. For my son, he used that time to build relationships, and he did not feel that way. So not everyone is feeling that way. But what I notice is that especially the moms that are posting, their hearts are just crushed when they hear their soldiers in training calling home and expressing that feeling of wanting to quit and wanting to come home. So some of the tips that I've read is just to be really encouraging, to send letters from home as much as possible. During mail call, they love to hear their name. They love to hear things that are funny. They love to receive letters from their pets. So just do everything you can to pump them up and encourage them and tell them that they've got this. I've read other posts from soldiers in training way down the line where they were glad that they stuck it out and they were having a great time. And I've even read from people in AIT where they are extremely happy that they stayed in. So that is what I know about week 1 and some of the emotions that our soldiers in training may be going through. There's a spectrum of them depending on our child, our family member, or our spouse. And the other thing that I'll end with is that it seems like there is really a huge variation in phone calls. So some soldiers in training are permitted to call home, some are not. And so some are waiting. You'll see posts on some of the Facebook page asking, did you receive a call from this group that came in on this date? And they're saying that because they don't know yet what company or platoon their soldier in training is in. And that's really important. As soon as you can find that out, you can get a lot more information. Or if they do know their company name and their platoon, they're asking specifically about that one. And then some are saying, yes, I just received a call, or no, I haven't received a call. And then you'll see an update later that says that they did. So it's really important to know that information. So in that phone call that you do receive, the first thing you want to ask is, what company are you in? Is it Alpha? Is it Delta? Is it Echo? what is the number, what is the platoon, because that tells you everything. And if you are not using Sandbox to send letters, if you have that information and you plug it in, it will at least spit out the address to you so that you can even write your letters if they were not able to give you that information in the short time they had in the phone call. Lastly, be prepared. The calls end abruptly, and you don't know if they heard you say your last words. So as soon as their drill sergeant says hang up, they have to hang up. They don't have time to say I love you. It's not personal. They get in trouble if they don't. They lose that privilege. And if you're not receiving that call, there's no known reason as to why. Perhaps they lost that privilege. Perhaps that drill sergeant doesn't feel like they're ready to call home and they need to strengthen their independence a little bit more. But whatever the reason, hang in there. You're going to hear from them. They are okay. The thing I read consistently is no news is good news. God bless America.